wild performance on under both. I had to fight through food poisoning at the start of the week. I'm going to talk about some changes I made to the program for shoulder health. Tested a big 4-step approach vert. Tried out the slingshot this week, and I got back out on the track for the first time in a while. Food poisoning was on Saturday. I had to lay down every 5 minutes and struggled on 1 foot East Bay. After that, I tried to learn an off the backboard 180 behind the back reverse. It is super hard to get the ball around your back when it has the momentum coming from the backboard. Made my 1 foot jump of the day, a reverse 360 off one with the cuff. Windmill, managed to gut out a PR. As far as the stomach pain, I was trying to tell myself I could be suffering in bed or suffering doing something productive. So that's what I did. Front squats felt hard. I will do a 2x5 with 330 next week. I promise. 390 for 10 is a PR. I was thinking, why can't I set a PR while in pain? It's just my perception of myself that's in the way. So 390 by 10. I actually teared up before this set of 10 because I was so moved by how training allows you to find another gear. I'm not even kidding. I'm serious. Okay. Close grip. And then the skull crushers. I moved the OHP off this day so that I have a rest day for the shoulders and only 4 exposures as opposed to 5. 4x60 tempo. Moving on to Wednesday, couple excels with the sled, couple excels, well, it's a tire. couple of excels without it. And leading up to this Vertec touch, I was looking at the garage, imagining what it would be like if I quit and there were a bunch of dusty boxes in the garage instead of my energy to relentlessly improve. This winter, I started under both at 8.6. This performance coming up is 9.4, 5 for 5. Yes! Yes! Oh! Pretty bonkers, considering I also weighed myself at 196, which is up from the last time I did. I have been intaking more salt, and there are some confounding factors, but that is a bit of a wake-up call for the diet. This is such a TikTok vert exercise, but I think it's going to work. Trust me. I did get 1 out of 10 patellar tendon pain after this session in my plant leg, which is odd. We'll talk about my approach to that later. 215 for the double on this Wednesday. Felt pretty good. No foot snatch. Segment clean, 250. Coming up next is the high bar pause squat. Did the first 2 sets and then changed to low bar. I want to get a second exposure to low bar for technique. Powerlifting season is coming up, so I got to be ready. But yeah, about that 196 body weight, I was pretty weak this training week, which is odd. I do think it's a good thing, though, because if I'm jumping well and I'm 196, I still have weight to lose, I would be almost more concerned if I was dropping weight quicker and I have less weight to lose for the jumping. I don't do a lot of shoulder abduction, so I threw these leaning Lou raises in. 100 power snatch to full snatch, and then 105. Didn't miss on this day. The 105 felt pretty heavy, though. Happy to end it there. In regards to that knee pain, you'll see me doing some isos in a sec. I think it was just a very stressful Wednesday performance. I can likely move those 360 East Bays to Saturday, and that might help out. I just got to stay in one piece, and I will succeed this summer. Saturday, I went only off the right leg and right left, which we'll see. 190, at least my back is good. 193 by 6, and I go up later in the week, trying out the slingshot just to get the highest absolute load on this 5x2. It's also touch and go. The slingshot there was a little big, so I don't think I was getting all the benefit out of it. 150 on the seated row. I don't connect with this movement very well, but it's so convenient. I also think if I do it for a while, I might connect better. That is something that can happen. If you spend 8 weeks on a movement, even if it doesn't initially feel good, it can feel good later. Also, if anyone wants to comment some unique back training exercises, I'm all ears. I feel like my repertoire of back exercises is getting a little stale. Is back training just kind of boring? I'm trying to hear about stuff other than chest supported row, seated row, lat pull down, chin ups, single arm dumbbell row, T-bar row, stuff other than those basics. I wonder if there's more. There's seal row, but I don't have the equipment for that. But something's got to be out there. Bench went okay on this day. Was feeling my left pec, so I only did one set of the foam roller back downs. Overhead press went quite well. 170 for a set of 5 is solid for me. I got the chin-ups on this day. 115 by 14 reps for the behind the neck press. That's going up. Like I mentioned earlier, off the right leg and right left for the majority of this creative dunk session. I am comedically bad at right foot jumping. This almost feels like playing Mario Kart on reverse. When you beat the game, they let you play the maps backwards. This is what jumping off my right foot feels like. Got a D-tap 360. What do we have here? I did do a couple of jumps off the left-right for my dunk goals. And then seated vertec went okay. I got my throws in and then went to the track. I finally got the urge to sprint on a track. It took a while. It took about a month. But I got that urge that I feel when I take a week off of sprinting or lifting. I don't know if I have quite the same amount of passion for sprinting, but it's good to know that it's there. Excels looked slow on this day. I thought my top speed looked decent. The track was kind of pushing me up into being taller, which I've been working on the grass. Tough performance on snatch here. I hit 240, walked forward 245. I just didn't come in mentally ready on this day. I had some stuff going on. Felt rushed to do the session. My elbows are bending way too much here. The legs are awkward, so I went down to 135 and started doing reps. Built back up to 225. I got to keep those elbows straight, and I was going with the narrower grip for a while because I felt like I didn't have the shoulder mobility to do the wide one, but I think I got to figure that out because the narrow grip personally makes my pull a lot worse. 435, I borrowed some plates from my brother-in-law to make this happen, but this is right about the weight I needed for this day. I got a pretty good hamstring stimulus with this Nordic setup here and the band. The single leg landmine RDLs felt amazing. My whole posterior chain felt amazing after this workout. All right, last word. Derek.